It's been a smash hit ever since it was released in the 1970s. But it turns out that the musical Grease might not be the one that we want any longer, after some viewers called the movie sexist, racist and homophobic when it aired on TV over Christmas. Now, Brenda, you're our resident Grease expert. What do you make of that?
I think it's a nonsense, to be quite perfectly honest. Everybody's complaining about this on the telly. It's not based on true facts. It's just a light-hearted, let's have some fun, let's sing and dance around our front rooms. I mean, when that came out, I never looked at it to think that it was this, that or the other. I just looked at it for what it was, great entertainment. And if you don't like it, switch off. You don't have to watch it. It's just pathetic. But I did ask that very same question. We interviewed the lovely Olivia Newton John last year, and I asked her the same question. This is what she thought. In today's PC world, do you think that Grease would have worked in the same way and it would have been received in the same way?
I don't really know, but I know that there was some criticisms about my wanting to change to be like him, but they forget that he wanted to change to be what I wanted. So I think it's a movie and it's a fun story, and I haven't ever taken that too seriously. He got a Letterman sweater to please me, and I thought he wanted that kind of girl. So, it was sweet. I thought it was sweet.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, some of the other things that people have complained about, so they said that the radio announcer Vince Fontaine announces there can be no same-sex couples at the dance. The lack of non-white faces has angered a lot of viewers. Rizzo is accused of being a bully when she ridicules Sandy. Linda, what do you think?
I just think get over yourselves. It's just entertainment, and we all loved watching Grease. Like, I've watched it so many times and loved it and never even thought about any of those things. It was set in the 50s, and so those things weren't sort of acceptable in those days, but they are now, thank God.
You can't really airbrush the past, can you?
You can have that conversation. Just turn it into a positive and say, this is how it used to be. This is what we're doing to try and make change, and don't be affected by it.
Exactly. And if you remove the deed, you kind of remove the chance to have that conversation, don't you, Kelly?
Yeah, I mean, for me, we actually went to a drive-through, a COVID-safe drive-through, and it was brilliant. And we actually watched Grease just at the weekend. And so, but actually my son actually mentioned to me, he said, "Mummy, there are no black people in this movie." And that in itself provoked a conversation that we had. And I think that's what's important about having Grease on television. Yes, is it outdated in its views? Absolutely. But what's great about those outdated views is that we can then have a conversation to re-educate. So my son said, there are no black people in the movie. I said, absolutely not. I said, and that happens in some movies. Movies dictate or represent different things that happen in society, different elements. Would it have been nice to have a black cast member? Absolutely. But it was really nice that it was made in the 70s, and look at where we are now. Things are changing and things are getting better. And for me, that was a really great point of reference to say, this is how it was and this is how it is now.
But things are changing. I don't know if anyone's seen Bridgerton, but it's absolutely amazing, honestly. So half the cast are black and half the cast are white. And so the Queen's black, the Duke's black, and no one mentions anything. It's just accepted, and that's how it should be, and that's how it will be from now on.
I think if everybody keeps saying something, then that's what's going to make it an issue. It's not an issue. Don't mention it. It's not an issue.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of, you think about if they remade Grease now, and they didn't have, ethnic minority representation, then that would be odd.
Well, I think in the musical, actually, I think they had a black Danny and a black Sandy, I think, in both. I might be...
Yeah, no, so I was talking about the film.
Yeah.
If they remade the film today...
Yeah, it would be different.
Yeah.
It would be different. I think, it's times are changing, and I'm glad that times are changing. I think we need to focus more on that positivity rather than looking at what used to be.
Also,
what used to be is being changed.
It's not a political film, is it? It's just a jolly film about a high school romance with some great songs.
Yeah.
But equally, what is really positive about this is that it has enraged some people. Some people feel that it's unacceptable, and some people have looked at the film in terms of where it is now, being played in 2021, and they feel outraged by what is being depicted. And that in itself is encouraging. Somebody else feels upset about it, and that, for me, is a positive thing.